I dislike Freud. I really do. This may seem like an odd way to start this week's video, but it's true and relevant. Freud had a really large impact on psychology and psychiatry, and while some of his ideas were okay, like defense mechanisms, denial, projection, etc., most of it was, frankly, junk. He didn't think very highly of women, although oddly he trained his daughter Anna Freud to be a psychoanalyst, and some of his ideas were downright damaging to women, and still are damaging to women. I cover this in one of the slides for this week, and it does come up later in the semester as well, but I want to mention it here because I feel so strongly about it. I study sexuality and romantic relationships, and so have come across plenty of times the ideas of different types of orgasms for women, and the idea that some types of orgasms are better than others. Many women feel inadequate if they can't orgasm just from penetration alone, and many men feel inadequate if they can't please their partner just from penetration. The idea that she might need extra help through clitoral stimulation, perhaps even through the use of a vibrator, is difficult for a lot of men and women to accept. But where do these ideas come from? Why should clitoral stimulation be somehow less than vaginal stimulation when it comes to an orgasm? Well, this is Freud's doing. As you'll learn, he suggested that young girls need to shift their focus from the clitoris, which was fine for masturbation when they were discovering their bodies, to their vagina, which is the only acceptable way to orgasm as a mature and presumably heterosexual married adult woman. But, of course, both boys and men could focus on their penis for sexual pleasure, so that was fine. And even though scientific research has shown that the clitoral structure actually extends and wraps around the vaginal canal, meaning that ultimately everything is a clitoral orgasm, and that there are no physiological differences in a woman's body in response to clitoral versus vaginal orgasm, though some women certainly report different sensations, this idea still persists. And it was just Freud's crazy ideas. It wasn't based on science or evidence or anything other than just his own sexist views about women. So that's why I dislike Freud. There are other theories that you need to know about in terms of how young children come to learn about gender, and there are issues with those theories too. No one theory fully explains every aspect of gender development, but at least they're based on careful observations of how children learn about other things and how they come to understand gender. They're at least scientific, which is more than we can say for Freud and his unfortunately persisting ideas about women as being inferior. Penis envy? Seriously?